Hi guys, and thank you so very much for joining me in my first video of Visions with Connie. Today I will start with one of the visions that I would like to share with all of you in the world. And why I launched Visions with Connie is because for decades and years people have been asking me many questions about things that are going to happen or have happened, and they know that I've had these visions in the past, and they always come into life. They literally come into life at some period in time. So this is what my motivation was. I'm like, I need to do a launch of Visions with Connie so people can understand all these different visions that I've had since I was a child. And I know a lot of people are going to ask me questions like, do you do tarot cards? Do you do readings? I don't do any of that. I don't do any of that stuff that all of you guys, these are strictly visions. I was, born with this very powerful gift, and I want to be able to share it with the world because these visions that I have are not based on opinions, are not based on, whether people like it or not. These visions are actually coming into effect at some point, like I said, in time. So one of the visions that I want to talk about today that is very important happened to me when I was living in LA with my daughter. And I woke up one morning after having had a vision of my mother that was in her deathbed, and she was going to be dying, and she was in the middle of dying actually. And I walked into this room where there was a gurney. It wasn't like, in a hospital. It was just a room. It was a darker room. It looked like a bedroom, but at the same time, she was laying on a gurney. And, I came up to her next to the side of her bed and I said, I need to know who my father is. I need to know who is my father. And so there's always been this joke in the family that my father was not my father, and my brothers used to make fun of me during family dinners like Thanksgiving, Christmas, etc. But in this vision, my mom told me who my father was. He was a very powerful person that owned banks all over Mexico, and he was Spaniard. And my mom died January 23rd, 21.